me? But anyways, Jack, let's get into this video, see what the story is and what really happened with him and his partner.
Did Mr. Wade say anything at that point? What did he say?
Damn.
A rich historical background and lively people make Columbus, Georgia, a city of interest, yet it is also associated with crime. As Georgia's second most populated city, it has gone through many incidences of violence, which were particularly evident early in September 2021. A vibrant community was left shattered when a potential young rapper lost his life to a dangerous love triangle amidst increasing incidences of crime in the city. Maurice Von Jackson was an upcoming rapper known locally as Lil Nuke, aged 26 years old. Yet he seemed to possess great talent. Born and raised in Columbus, Maurice had faced several obstacles in his own life, including being shot at while he was still a kid.
Damn.
Even though he went through all this pain and suffering, nothing could deter him from achieving success through music. This was his only hope despite living in a dangerous neighborhood. But things changed for the worse after Maurice began dating Chana Powell, who was sometimes dating Quincy Wade, a move that would later lead to his untimely death due to jealousy, betrayal, and violence, finally caught up with him at that fateful moment, leading to much confusion within the society. Maurice Von Jackson was a survivor. In the 7th grade, he was shot and understood the dangers that plagued Columbus streets firsthand. His music became the only solace and purpose amid all the hardships he faced. With his unique style and raw talent, Maurice quickly gained attention as Lil Nuke. But while his music career was on the rise, there were more complications in Maurice's personal life. Chana Powell had been going out with Quincy Wade since they were teenagers. Their relationship was rocky, full of breakups and reconciliations. They had a 7-year-old child who still kept Quincy and Chana connected despite their troubled relationship. But during one of these periods of separation, she started going out with Maurice, who didn't know much about Quincy's relationship with her. Quincy Wade, a man with anger issues, found it hard to let go of Chana easily. Their affair was marked by intense passion for both lovers, but also possessiveness on his part as they were young lovers. However, as their relationship went downwards, Quincy's behavior became unpredictable, including showing up at work without notice or sending threatening texts believing that she had someone else in her life. It was during the time of chaos in life that Maurice came to be connected with Chana. Maurice, who had his hardships, found peace in the company of Chana. However, he did not fully know how tied she was to Quincy. As their relationship blossomed, this laid the foundation for confrontation, which would result in a tragedy. On September 7th, 2021, Maurice woke up just like any other day. He spent the evening with Chana at her small apartment situated in Patriot Place Apartments on Buena Vista Road. They both enjoyed each other's company, unaware that there was an impending storm. Unknown to them, Quincy Wade had also been having one hell of a night. Anger and jealousy drove him to send Chana numerous threatening messages, believing she was with another man. This was a tormenting thought for him because they had recently broken up. But Quincy still contended that Chana belonged to him. Around midnight...
Oh yeah, you crazy, Jack. Yeah, you damn so crazy. Don't no woman belong to none of us, Jack. The fuck?
Quincy made a fateful decision. He would go after Chana and whoever else she was with. He knew where she was sleeping, at her house.
Damn.
Where they used to stay together during happier times. At around 2:30 a.m.
He must have a key to this house, like, he must have a key to the apartment, just get in the apartment, because, like, the way this story is going off, that shit ain't cool, but the title of this thing is misleading. Say they was friends, so that made me to believe that they're partners. So in reality, they ain't partners.
a.m., he arrived at the complex determined to confront Chana and her newfound lover. Quincy attempted to access the entrance, but it was locked. So he proceeded to the rear of the apartment, where there was a sliding glass door.
Oh, damn.
Since that door was not secured properly, Quincy pushed it open. He entered quietly with an intense desire for vengeance and betrayal in his heart. Inside, Maurice and Chana recognized what was going on from the noise outside. They quickly started looking for hiding places out of fear. The only room having a door that could be locked was their only option, the bathroom. They
Rule 1, Jack. Never go to nobody's house without no puss on you. I don't care how much you like them, how long you know them. Me, when I was like, you know, boy, I know streets like that, you feel me? I always kept my shit on me, Jack, cause you never know shit like this. Like you never know, jealous boyfriend, jealous ex-wife. I mean, a jealous ex-husband. You feel me? Like you never know, bro. Like that shit can happen to anybody, bro. So you gotta keep that shit up on you,
This
famo.
would offer them some security from the intruder who had already entered the apartment. However, Quincy was relentless. He knew their hiding place and wanted to face them directly. He went over to the loo and kicked the door down. This led to heated argumentation in courts. However, one thing was clear. There was a shooting inside the toilet cubicle.
Damn.
Chana, scared to death, managed to run away from the scene, and this resulted in a showdown between the two men. As per evidence provided by other witnesses, Maurice was armed with a pistol and shot at Quincy first. Quincy got hit on both legs, catching him unaware, but he too retaliated before it was too late, since they were in a small area with nowhere for either party to go during such close combat.
So Buddy was moving right. He had that pistol on, but shit, you shot leg shot, but shit, I can't say that because people get hit off a leg shot and leave this earth all the time. So shit, this one Buddy time to go.
Got chewed by bullets' sharpness. Tiles flew off at breakneck speed as gunpowder smoked everything else out. Maurice sustained multiple injuries, a shot in the chest, another in the lower arm, one in the hip, and one more to the back.
Damn.
Of all these, the one that took all was that to his chest that ruptured his heart and pierced his lung, causing him to fall. In turn, Quincy fled the apartment, leaving Maurice behind, bleeding alone in the bathroom. Quincy then found himself in a friend's car, and together they drove off to check into a hospital in LaGrange, which is a town next door. Upon arriving there, Quincy told some of the staff that he had been shot by someone in Columbus, which made them call police officers who arrived at the scene afterward. Meanwhile, back from the house where gunshots were heard, policemen entered and found Maurice dead inside, full of blood. Investigation into Maurice's murder was rapid. Quincy Wade was quickly identified as the main suspect by police based on Shauna's account and physical evidence found at the site itself. He was arrested at the hospital premises and charged with homicide besides other serious counts.
I mean, it's kind of self-defense because even though he did wrong by breaking into the house, the dude shot at him first. He just, he took old boy out. I mean, they could charge him for burglary. I mean, no, not burglary. He still, we're breaking and entering. I mean, charged with breaking and entering, but shit, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
He pleaded not guilty, indicating that he acted in self-defense after being shot at first by Maurice. A trial followed, which drew much attention within the community, revealing a love triangle tragedy. People's focus turned heavily upon Shauna, who had played a central role in determining events preceding shooting incidents. Consequently, devastating consequences while playing two lovers against each other. Testifying in court, Shauna recounted what had happened that night, showing a picture of a troubled relationship filled with tension and violence. She revealed that she was 11 weeks pregnant at the time of the shooting, which she initially concealed from police officers. It was purportedly known from the defense team for Quincy that he had, before the shooting, aimed at Shauna with his handgun and threatened her. According to defense counsel, Quincy acted out of self-defense since he was shot in both legs before he retaliated. They argued Maurice ambushed Quincy and shot at him behind the shower curtain when Quincy entered the bathroom. On the other hand, the prosecution argued Quincy entered the house intending to kill Maurice out of jealousy. The jury had to decide Quincy's fate after a tense trial. The jury spent 6 hours deliberating before arriving at any verdict. Quincy Wade was acquitted of all felony charges, such as felony murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, and home invasion. The jury believed his claim that it was self-defense. Therefore, a not guilty verdict was rendered to them. This, however, led him to be found guilty of criminal trespassing, which is a misdemeanor with a maximum sentence of up to 12 months. Maurice's family found the verdict to be a bitter disappointment. They hoped for justice for their son and believed Quincy acted out of jealousy, not self-defense.
I wonder if they get him with that love-hate crime. I mean, since he's not in his right state of mind, he's filled with jealousy and anger. So, I mean, they can let him with that love-hate crime. I don't know how Atlanta comes laws are, but I know out here in Texas they can hit you with that love-hate crime. You can get off on this shit too.
Who had always been present during trial days in courtrooms, expressed his frustration with the outcome, vowing he'd keep memories of his son alive. Maurice Lil Nuke Von Jackson's tragic death reminds us about the terrible power of jealousy and other devastating consequences violence brings about through events. What was meant to be a complicated love triangle resulted in a brutal fight that eventually left one man dead, while another was left struggling with life behind bars due to criminal charges. The case also revealed more about volatile relationships that are complex, while highlighting difficult decisions faced by people who found themselves in between those lovebirds.
Damn, you can see Buddy got off, you know, he got, what, 12 months for trespassing. I mean, I knew that was gonna happen because once old boy shot at him first and he just ain't capitalized on it, you know, what could he possibly do? And my fault for the beginning of the video, because I said they were partners, because in the description they said they partners or shit. I thought that was this partner, so I thought they were partners. Like, damn. But if you made it to this point, that they're not partners, that was shit. They ain't know each other, Jack. But appreciate the love, like up, sub up to the channel. Appreciate our love again, bro. Hey, that's cold, bro. He shouldn't have, damn. Hey, RP that man, bro. He shouldn't have capitalized on that K rail, you dig? Damn. That's fucked up. But he wasn't even doing nothing wrong though.